r/AskReddit by Redmond ETS. Do you regret having kids? If so, why? No, but I do regret having kids with the person I had them with. I love my kids. However, now that I'm a parent, I don't feel like I'm particularly good at it. I feel like I don't prioritize them enough or make the right parenting decisions. Add to that, I just find being a parent really hard. Not sure if that is regret, exactly, or more guilt for not being a better dad. Edit. Just wanted to thank everyone for the kind words. That was truly unexpected. I'm messing up a bit here. No, but I do not recommend them. This is similar to regret, though there is shame and stigma that comes with saying I regret my kids. Many parents won't say it because other parents will nail them to the wall. I wish more parents were honest at the hardship and stress having kids brings. It's not all Kodak moments and it drastically changes your life. If more people were real about it, maybe less would feel pressure into having them and raising kids they don't really want. I'm gonna be honest. I don't regret my child, but I can admit I was not prepared, and I blame myself a lot to the point I had to get on meds to deal with the self-hate and shame of not being wealthy and being able to offer her organic food, brand name clothes, a beautiful princess room. Most of all, an emotionally stable mom. I do not regret my child, but I regret not being prepared to raise a human. I regret what I didn't do, such as take therapy, start antidepressants sooner, save money and finish my degree sooner, learning about health. My mom resents me because I don't turn out to be the mini her. I take after my shitty, absent father while my little sister takes after her. She has expressed her regrets marrying him. Whenever I makes a mistake, big or small, she almost always say that I am exactly like my father. She makes it clear that it is not a compliment. If I'm honest, I frequently regret it. I love them and would do anything for them, but caring for them is extremely draining for me and I don't really feel fulfilled by it. We have 3 boys, 4, 6 and 8, and are constantly breaking up fights. When I imagine doing this for another 15 years instead of going out and having adventures, I feel very claustrophobic. I hope that will change as they get older and I can share some more grown-up things with them. I guess part of the problem is I got married early and poured everything into grad school until I was 30. By that time we had 2 kids and the kinds of trips and hobbies we can pursue is pretty limited. So maybe if I had taken more time for myself before settling down and doing school I would feel differently. I don't regret having my boys, but I always caution people to wait long enough to know themselves a little better first. I say the same thing about marriage. I was married with my first kid by my 20th birthday. I am not the same person now that I was then. While some of that is the fact that kids change your experience and perspective by necessity, part of it just time. I will be an empty nester by 40, but I wonder sometimes if my boys would not have benefited from a more emotionally mature environment. In the end, I know my kids, and I know what awesome little humans they are. I wouldn't trade them for anything. I'm a child-free woman, 40s. A major reason I never had children is because so many of my female friends have confided in me that they regret having them. I also know 2 men who have said the same. The conversation usually starts with, "I love my children, but if I could do it all over again I'd make the same decision as you did." They don't feel they can tell their other friends, who have children, this because it makes them look like bad parents. Not having any was the best decision I've ever made. Don't let society try to sell you on the idea that life can't be fulfilling without them. Yes, it is way more stressful than you can imagine before having kids. After having kid number 2 a couple years ago, my mental health declined to the point where I needed to be psychiatric hospitalized 4 times this past year. Our society is not set up to support parents. I regret dating a woman with kids and becoming an expendable stepfather. My wife and I chose not to have kids and we are perfectly happy. We have more freedom, fewer financial concerns, and less stress. OP, if you are debating having kids I would say asking here is good. Research is good. But my biggest piece of advice is this: have children only if you want them. Don't let anyone else pressure or guilt you into it. I don't regret having my kids, I regret having them so young because I feel like I cheated them out of what they deserved. Financial and emotional stability. It's like you want some space, but then you miss them. But then you want them to magically disappear without being hurt for like a day, but you don't want them to die, but just want to sleep in, but if they oversleep you worry. Being a parent includes so many conflicting feelings. It's not the responsibility people hate, it's the constant attachment. You can't look away, you cannot not take care of them. Most frustrated parents just want time off, just like you take from a job. I know I wish I had some. I love my children more than anything. There are times when I wish I could get a 1-month break from them and my husband. I just want to sit in the quiet and eat and not be touched and go for runs and read books, and I'd like to come home to a clean house. It's not regret, it's exhaustion. Never wanted kids. Now I have a daughter. She's my best friend. Couldn't picture my life without her. You don't want kids? Great. You want kids? Great. My husband regrets having kids because he was too young, and both of them are very disabled in their own way, and neither will ever live a normal life. My mom is a great mom who really wanted me and loves me a lot, but also has a fulfilled life otherwise too, a very interesting career, a good husband, interests and hobbies. When she was in her early 20s, her sister and friend hitchhiked through Europe and had many crazy adventures. I know a lot of their stories, and just recently we talked about some of it again and they remembered a lot and laughed, when suddenly my mom's eyes got a bit teary and she said, "Once you have kids, you can never feel that way again," referring to that sense of freedom and adventure. She traveled and still travels, it's not like her life stopped, but she said that feeling of complete carefreeness is something she could never have again. And as an adult, although I don't have kids, I understand. She is always in some way worried about me, she is never completely just living for herself. And without being hurt by it, I can understand that also comes with some profound sense of loss. Ask me again when it's not early on a Saturday morning. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.